Look at your life, that stale ambition, that quiet dread that this is all there is. You've been cleaning a mirror your whole life, scrubbing at the reflection, begging, hustling, praying it changes. It won't, because the problem isn't the glass, it's the rotting image you keep holding up to it. Most men die polishing reflections. Sigmas play chess with reality. Zetas break the mirror. This isn't just mindset, this is physics. This isn't some pseudoscience, this is psychology. Your subconscious is a black hole dragging your 3D world into its gravitational pull. Your reality, a lagging echo, a ghost. For the next 10 chapters, you won't get pep talks, you get a blade. To dissect the quantum machinery trapping you, to forge a new image in the dark, to become the shadow that moves without sound. The old you, he's already dead. You just haven't stopped carrying the corpse. Do you see it yet? The reflection isn't yours, it's a tombstone. Stop praying for lighter burdens. Pray for a stronger back. Act like a king to be treated like one. Chapter 1. The mirror you won't look into. Ever notice how you keep creating the same patterns, the same problems, the same empty outcomes? There's a reason for that. You stand before reality like it's a broken mirror, trying to fix the reflection instead of changing what you're putting in front of it. Most people spend their entire lives polishing glass, wondering why their image never improves. But you're different. You sense something deeper at work. Reality operates on a simple principle. It's a reflection system. Your external world mirrors your internal state with ruthless precision. The job you hate, the relationships that drain you, the money that slips through your fingers, these aren't accidents. They're perfect reflections of what lives in your subconscious mind. Here's what separates you from the masses. Most people react to their reflection and create more of the same chaos. They see poverty and feel poor. They see loneliness and feel abandoned. They see failure and feel defeated. This reactive cycle keeps them trapped in an endless loop of mediocrity. But Zetas understand something fundamental. You cannot change the reflection by attacking the mirror. The image must shift first. Your mind is the projector. Your life is the screen. Change the film, change the movie. Marcus Aurelius knew this when he wrote that very little is needed to make a happy life. The power lies within you, in your thinking. Your current reality is simply the echo of yesterday's thoughts. Tomorrow's reality is being shaped by today's mental patterns. The question isn't whether this principle works. The question is, are you brave enough to stop looking at your current circumstances as truth and start seeing them as feedback? Chapter 2. The 3 levels of your mind. Why do you keep sabotaging yourself right when success is within reach? The answer lies in the architecture of your own consciousness. Your mind operates on 3 distinct levels, like floors in a building. Most people live their entire lives on the ground floor, never realizing there are other levels controlling everything they experience. Your conscious mind, your 3D reality, this is what you can touch, see, and measure. Your bank account, your job title, your relationships. This is where weak men focus all their energy, trying to force change through willpower alone. They push harder, work longer, fight more desperately, wondering why nothing shifts. Zetas instinctively know better. They understand that conscious effort without deeper alignment is just sophisticated self-torture. The second level is your subconscious mind, the 4D realm where your core beliefs live. This is your operating system, programmed since childhood by everything you witnessed, heard, and absorbed. If your subconscious believes you're unworthy of wealth, no amount of conscious hustle will make you rich. You'll find ways to lose money, sabotage opportunities, or stay trapped in patterns that keep you small. The third level is the quantum field, the 5D dimension of infinite possibilities. Here, every version of you exists simultaneously. The broke you, the wealthy you, the confident you, the defeated you. All possibilities exist as pure potential, waiting to be collapsed into reality. Nietzsche understood this when he spoke of becoming who you are. The version of yourself you're living isn't the only version available. But most people don't choose consciously, they choose from their conditioning. Zetas don't fight reality, they architect it from the source. Chapter 3. The Core Belief Prison. Ever wonder why your life keeps hitting the same ceiling, no matter how hard you push? You're living inside a prison built from beliefs you never chose to accept. Your core beliefs weren't installed by logic or conscious choice. They were programmed into you before you had the mental defenses to reject them. Every casual comment from your parents, every pattern you observed, every fear they projected became the invisible walls of your reality. Think of it this way. If someone told you as a child that money is the root of all evil, or that successful people are greedy, or that you don't deserve good things, those beliefs became the filter through which you interpret every opportunity. You don't consciously think, I should reject this success. You just feel uncomfortable, make self-sabotaging decisions, or find reasons why it won't work. Studies on confirmation bias by Leon Festinger in 1957 revealed that people don't seek truth, they seek confirmation of what they already believe. Your mind will literally filter out evidence that contradicts your core programming. You'll notice every failure, every rejection, every sign that proves your limitations, while completely missing opportunities that could transform your life. Zetas understand this instinctively. They don't waste energy fighting their circumstances, they examine the beliefs creating those circumstances. Seneca knew this when he said, "We suffer more in imagination than reality." Your beliefs about what's possible shape what becomes possible. If you believe you're destined for mediocrity, you'll find brilliant ways to achieve it. The brutal truth? Your current life is a perfect reflection of your deepest beliefs about what you deserve, what's possible, and who you are. Change the beliefs, change the reflection.
Chapter 4. The Frequency of Your Reality. Why do some people attract chaos while others seem to magnetize success effortlessly? It's not luck, it's frequency. Everything in existence vibrates at a specific frequency. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, they all emit energetic signatures that draw matching experiences into your life. Most people broadcast the frequency of their problems and wonder why their problems multiply. Here's how it works. In the quantum field, all possibilities exist simultaneously as pure potential, like radio stations broadcasting different programs. Your subconscious mind is the radio tuner, set to receive whatever frequency matches your dominant emotional state and belief system. If you're constantly worried about money, feeling anxious about your future, or believing you're not good enough, you're broadcasting a frequency of lack and insecurity. The universe doesn't judge this frequency, it simply matches it. More situations that make you feel lacking and insecure will appear. Research on neural plasticity by Donald Hebb in 1949 showed that neurons that fire together wire together. Your repeated emotional patterns literally rewire your brain to expect and create more of the same experiences. You become addicted to your own suffering without realizing it. Zetas don't get trapped in emotional loops because they understand this instinctively. They choose their frequency deliberately. Think of water becoming vapor when heated to the right temperature. Your desired reality exists as potential energy, waiting for the right frequency to materialize it. But most people keep broadcasting the frequency of their current problems, keeping their solutions in vapor form, invisible and unreachable. You want different results. Broadcast a different frequency. Feel abundant before you see abundance. Feel confident before circumstances justify confidence. This isn't positive thinking, it's frequency alignment. Chapter 5. The Magnet of Subconscious Choice. Think you're making conscious decisions about your life? Think again. Your subconscious is pulling the strings and it's choosing from a menu you can't even see. Every moment you're selecting from infinite possibilities, but you're not choosing with your conscious mind. You're choosing with your core beliefs. It's like walking into a restaurant where the menu is written in a language you don't understand, so you keep ordering the same dish without knowing why. Your subconscious acts as a magnetic force, attracting experiences that match its programming. If deep down you believe you're not worthy of love, you'll unconsciously choose partners who confirm this belief. You'll interpret their actions through the lens of unworthiness, create conflicts that push them away, or attract people who are emotionally unavailable from the start. The same principle applies to wealth, success, health, everything. Your subconscious doesn't care about your conscious desires. It cares about maintaining consistency with its existing beliefs. Studies on implicit bias by Anthony Greenwald in 1995 revealed that people make split-second decisions based on unconscious associations, not rational thought. Your subconscious processes 11 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind handles only 40. Guess which one is really running your life? Zetas understand this game instinctively. They don't try to overpower their subconscious with willpower. They reprogram it. Marcus Aurelius understood this when he noted that very little is needed to make a happy life. The power lies in your thoughts, which means the power lies in reprogramming the thoughts you're not even aware you're thinking. Want to know what your subconscious truly believes? Look at your patterns. The relationships you keep attracting, the money situations you keep creating, the health issues you keep manifesting, these aren't coincidences, they're magnetic attractions. Chapter 6. The Emotional Fuel System. Ever noticed how the most successful people seem to operate from a different emotional baseline? They're not just thinking differently, they're feeling differently. And that feeling is their secret weapon. Emotions aren't just reactions to events, they're the fuel that transforms potential into reality. Think of emotions as the engine that drives manifestation. Without the right emotional fuel, your desires remain stuck in the realm of wishful thinking. Here's the mechanism. When you want something because you lack it, you're operating from the frequency of absence. Your emotional state broadcasts, "I don't have this," and the universe responds by maintaining that reality. You're literally pushing away what you're trying to attract. But when you feel the emotions your desired outcome would create before you have the outcome, you shift into the frequency of already having it. You're not wanting money, you're feeling abundant. You're not seeking love, you're feeling loved. This emotional shift is what collapses the quantum possibility into physical reality. Research on embodied cognition by Lawrence Barsalo in 2008 showed that emotions aren't just mental states, they're full-body experiences that influence perception, decision-making, and behavior. When you embody the emotions of success, your brain literally starts recognizing opportunities that were invisible before. Zetas do this instinctively. They don't chase feelings through external circumstances, they generate the feelings first. Epictetus knew this principle when he said that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. True power comes from generating internal states independent of external conditions. Most people are emotional slaves to their circumstances. Zetas are emotional architects of their reality. The question isn't what you want. The question is, how would having it make you feel? And are you brave enough to feel that way now?
Chapter 7. The Delay That Breaks Most Men.
Why do most people give up right before their breakthrough? There's a cruel gap between changing your internal state and seeing external results. And this gap destroys more dreams than any external obstacle ever could. Reality operates like a mirror, but mirrors have a lag time in the quantum realm. When you change your thoughts and emotions, your external world doesn't shift immediately. There's a delay, a testing period, where old patterns continue to play out while new frequencies build momentum. This delay is where weak men break. They change their mindset for a week, maybe a month. But when they look at their bank account and see the same numbers, when they check their phone and see the same loneliness, they conclude the process doesn't work and revert back to their old emotional patterns. But here's the trap. Reverting back to old patterns doesn't just reset your progress, it reinforces the original programming. Every time you give up and return to familiar suffering, you're teaching your subconscious that change is impossible. Research on neuroplasticity by Michael Merzenich in 1996 showed that the brain requires consistent repetition over time to form new neural pathways. Sporadic effort creates no lasting change, but consistent practice literally rewires your brain's structure. Most people quit during the rewiring phase. Zetas understand this instinctively. They don't measure progress by immediate external results. They measure it by their ability to maintain new internal states regardless of current circumstances. Seneca understood this when he wrote that every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. The old reality must die before the new one can fully emerge. Most people try to keep one foot in their old life while reaching for their new one. Your current reflection is the echo of your past beliefs. Your future reflection is being shaped by today's emotional consistency. Stop letting yesterday's echo determine today's frequency.
Chapter 8. The Art of Selective Blindness. Want to know the difference between those who transform their lives and those who stay stuck? It's not what they see, it's what they choose to ignore. Your current reality is like a movie screen showing the film of your past beliefs. Most people stare at this screen obsessively, letting what they see determine how they feel. They see debt and feel poor. They see loneliness and feel unloved. They see failure and feel defeated. But here's what they don't understand. That screen is showing yesterday's movie, while tomorrow's film is being created by today's emotions. Every time you let your current circumstances dictate your emotional state, you're ordering more of the same circumstances. Zetas master selective blindness instinctively. They see their current reality, but refuse to be emotionally hijacked by it. Think of it like this. If you're driving toward a destination, you don't stop the car every time you pass an ugly billboard. You acknowledge it exists, but you don't let it change your destination or your emotional state about reaching it. Most people not only stop the car, they turn around and drive back because they saw something they didn't like. Studies on Attention and Perception by Daniel Simons in 1999 revealed the phenomenon of inattentional blindness, where people literally cannot see things they're not focusing on. What you focus on expands, not because it's growing, but because your attention makes it more real to you. This works both ways. Focus on your problems, and they multiply. Focus on your possibilities, and they expand. Machiavelli understood this when he wrote that men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand. Most people are fooled by appearances and mistake current conditions for permanent reality. Your bank account is not your identity. Your relationship status is not your worth. Your current circumstances are not your destiny. They're just feedback from past programming. Stop giving them the power to program your future. Chapter 9. The Certainty That Bends Reality. Ever wonder why some people's desires seem to manifest with supernatural speed while others struggle for years with no results? The difference isn't in their methods, it's in their level of certainty. Certainty isn't confidence. Confidence is hoping something will work out. Certainty is knowing it's already done, even when external evidence suggests otherwise. Most people operate from hope, which is just fear disguised as optimism. When you're truly certain about an outcome, something shifts in your behavior, your energy, your decision-making. You stop looking for proof because you don't need validation for something you already know to be true. This internal knowing creates a magnetic field that draws the desired outcome into existence. Think about how you behave when you know you're going to eat dinner tonight. You don't spend the day anxious about food scarcity. You don't hoard snacks. You don't desperately search for restaurants. You operate from the calm assurance that dinner will happen because it always does. Zetas apply this same certainty to their larger goals instinctively. They don't hope for success. They expect it. They don't wish for abundance. They assume it. Research on self-fulfilling prophecies by Robert Rosenthal in 1966 demonstrated that expectations literally shape outcomes. When teachers expected certain students to excel, those students performed better, regardless of their actual ability. Your expectations create your reality, not the other way around. Sun Tzu knew this when he said that supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. When you operate from absolute certainty, resistance collapses before you even encounter it. Obstacles move aside, people become helpful, opportunities appear seemingly from nowhere. But here's the brutal truth. Most people can't maintain certainty because they've been conditioned to need external proof before they believe. They need to see it to believe it. But the universe requires you to believe it to see it. Your certainty is your command to the quantum field. Make it unshakable. Chapter 10. The Silent Architect of Destiny. Why do some men reshape reality while others are reshaped by it? The answer lies in understanding that you're not just living life, you're designing it, whether you realize it or not. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold is a blueprint instruction to the universe. Most people are unconscious architects, building by default rather than by design. They wonder why their life feels chaotic, not realizing they've been giving contradictory instructions to the cosmic construction crew. But you're different. You understand that being a Zeta means accepting total responsibility for the reality you're creating, not just the parts you like. Every pattern in your life, every recurring theme, every limitation you keep encountering, they're all your creations. This isn't about blame, it's about power. The moment you accept that you're the architect of your experience, you reclaim the power to redesign it. Most people give their power away by blaming circumstances, other people, bad luck, the economy, anything except the one factor they actually control. Research on locus of control by Julian Roter in 1966 found that people with internal locus of control, those who believe they control their outcomes, achieve significantly more success than those with external locus of control. The belief that you control your destiny literally makes you more capable of controlling it. Zetas don't escape reality. They sharpen their edge inside it. They understand that every challenge is feedback, every setback is redirection, every obstacle is information about what needs to be recalibrated in their internal blueprint. Marcus Aurelius captured this when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The external world is your laboratory. Your internal world is your control room. You came here to create, not to survive. You came here to architect reality, not to be victimized by it. The question isn't whether you're powerful enough to change your life. The question is whether you're brave enough to accept how powerful you actually are.